Welcome to this video tutorial. Whether you are a beginner, intermediate or advanced Barisco user, it is always useful to know all the different features in Barisco so that you'll be able to use those features when you need them. This video tutorial will be specifically about Barisco's editing tool, or editor as we call it. The video has been divided into different parts. The first part will identify each section of the editor. The parts following will each detail a different section. Let's get started with the first part of this video. As with most extensive user interfaces, Barisco's editor has been divided into different sections. Each section has its own name and purpose. Let's start by identifying each section so that you will learn each section by its appropriate name. First, this area at the top is called the ribbon menu. Then the bar on the left is called the toolbar. Then here we have the property panel. Next to the property panel we have the layers panel. Then when you switch to the library tab, you will see the library panel. Here at the center of the editor we have the stage area. On top of the stage area we have the page tabs. And here at the bottom you can find the status bar. Now that we have identified the different sections of the editor's user interface, we will go through each section and have a look at the features that are present within these different sections. When you enter the Barisco application, you will need to navigate to the Editor tab on the ribbon menu in order to get to the editor. So by now you have undoubtedly used the ribbon menu's tabs already. Below the tabs you will find several groups of features on the ribbon menu. Each of these feature groups has its own name. The feature groups of the editor are Page, Selection, Align, Options, Preview and Help. The Page group contains 3 buttons related to the page. With the Save button you can save the current page. Next there are the Undo and Redo buttons. These buttons allow you to undo and redo steps you have taken. For example, if you would like to move the image back to its previous position, all you need to press is Undo. Then if you decide that the image should be after all in the position that you moved it to, you can use Redo to simply cancel out the Undo command that you've given earlier. The next group is the Selection group. The Selection group allows you to perform actions related to selected objects. The Selection group buttons will only be enabled for use once you have selected an object on the stage area. So if I select and then deselect the image on the stage area, you will see that the Selection group's buttons will switch from available to unavailable. The Cut, Copy and Paste features allow you to perform clipboard actions. Now, if I select the image and click on Cut, you will see that the image has disappeared from the stage area. This image is now in fact placed on the clipboard. To get the image back from the clipboard onto the stage area, all you need to do is click Paste. As you can see, the image is now returned to the stage area. The Copy feature allows you to create additional instances of the object that you have selected. So, if I once again select the image on the stage area and press copy and paste, you will see that there are now two instances of the image. The group feature allows you to group objects together. Once you have grouped objects together, you will be able to move the objects as a single object. This feature is especially useful when making complicated layouts. Lastly, we have the remove feature. This feature will remove whatever object was selected at the time when you click the remove button. Please be careful when using this feature, as this feature will not move the object to the clipboard like the cut feature. If you use the remove feature and decide that you need the object back, you can use the undo feature to undo the removal of the object. The next group on the ribbon menu is the Align group. The Align group can be used to position objects in the stage area. For example, if you want the image to be aligned at the top of the page, all you need to do is simply press Align to Top. Now, if you wanted the image to align to the left, center or right hand side of the stage area, you can use the Align Left, Align Horizontal and Align Right features. The distribution features can be used to distribute objects across the stage area. For instance, if you have 3 images that need to be horizontally distributed with an equal spacing between the objects, you can use the distribute horizontal feature. At the bottom of the Align group, you will find the Align to Stage option. All the Align features can be used relatively to the stage area or relative to each other. This means that if you have some objects that need to be aligned to each other instead of to be aligned to the stage area, you can disable the Align to Stage option. This can be easily illustrated if you have several objects that have different dimensions. So for example, if this image in the center is larger than the other two, you'll see that the smaller 2 images will be aligned to the left, center or right hand side of the larger image. The next group is the Options group. The first button is for the animation feature. This feature allows you to animate objects using either preset animations or timeline animations. Next to the animation button, you'll find the Reveal Objects feature. Reveal objects can be used when you have a hidden layer or overlapping layer. The Page Background feature allows you to focus onto the page's background. The Property panel will then display the relevant properties for the page background. The Preview group can be used for previewing your page. If you press the Display button, a window will appear that contains an example of the current page. This feature is similar to the preview features from the Editions overview, with the exception that this feature can be used for testing a single page without having to go through all pages. The last group allows you to get help from the Help Center and the User Guide. So if you are in the process of creating your page and you need help, you can use these features to ask questions or find additional information. As I've shown in part 1 of this video tutorial, you can find a toolbar on the left hand side of the editor's user interface. The first tool on the toolbar is the Select tool. With the Select tool, you can select objects and also drag objects across the stage area. The second tool is the Transform tool. The Transform tool is quite similar to the Select tool, but with a few additional features. The Transform tool allows you to also resize and rotate objects. Next is the Zoom tool. The Zoom tool can be used to zoom in and zoom out on the stage area. This is especially useful when working with layouts that require you to look into smaller details, or when you have large objects on the stage area. The Hand tool can be used to move the stage area around. This is especially useful when you're zoomed in and the stage area is not entirely visible. Next, we have the Draw tools, with the first being the Text tool. With the Text tool you can draw a text object in which you can then enter text. Below the Text tool we have the Rectangle tool and the Ellipse tool. These tools can be used for drawing rectangles and ellipses. The next group of buttons allow you to insert objects, such as an image, slideshow, video player, scroller, button, page thumbs, and edition thumbs. The property panel contains the properties of the currently selected object. At the top of the property panel, you can see the type of object that you have selected and the name of the object. The name of the object also corresponds with the name that you can see in the Layers panel. Below the type and the name of the object, you'll find several sections that each have a unique purpose. In this case, I have selected a rectangle. Rectangles have 3 sections available: position and size, style, and interactions. The property panel can be used to set nearly all settings of the object that you have selected, with the exception of animations. At the position and size section at the property panel, you can change the width and the height of the object, and also change the position of the object. Below the position you have the angle of the object, which can be used to rotate the object. At the Style section you can change the appearance of the selected object, such as the opacity, visibility, the background, add a border, change the roundness, and some more advanced options such as a shadow, inner shadow, outer glow, inner glow, bevel, background, or an advanced border. At the Interactions section at the Property panel, you can add and manage interactions. So if I click on the Add Interaction icon, the Interactions dialog will open. Here you will be able to configure your interactions. The Layers panel can be used to see the depth of the objects on the stage area. Each layer in the Layers panel represents an object in the stage area. On the left-hand side of each layer, you can find a Hide and Show option. This option can be used to hide objects. Please note that this is not the same as the visible property at the Style section of the Property panel. In case the object can contain child objects, such as a group, the layer will display a triangle. The triangle indicates that you can expand and collapse the child layers within the parent layer. The depth of layers can be changed by dragging the layer to a different position on the list of the layers. At the top of the Layers panel, there are three options available: Disable Rendering, Lock Position, and Lock Layer. Disable Rendering can be used to make sure that the object will not be rendered in the viewer. This can be used for objects that you wish to keep in your layout but not use at this time. Lock Position can be used to lock the position of the object without losing the ability to change any of the other properties. Lock Layer can be used to completely lock the layer. When using this feature, you will not be able to edit the object until it has been unlocked. The Library panel can be used to manage the files that have been uploaded into your library. At the top of the Library panel, you have the Preview area. This can be used to preview media before adding them to the stage area. Below the Preview area, you can see the dimensions of images and videos, as well as their file size. Files such as images and videos can be dragged onto the stage area without having to use the toolbar. At the bottom of the Library panel, you'll find Upload, Create New Folder, and Delete File. These features can be used to manage your library's files and folders. The Upload button will open a dialog that allows you to select files from your operating system and upload them into your library. The Create New Folder feature allows you to create folders in your library, and the Delete File feature allows you to delete files and folders. Besides the Library panel in the editor, you can also use the Library tab at the ribbon menu to manage your files and folders. Uploading files can also be done from Windows Explorer or Finder on a Mac by dragging files onto the stage area or onto the Library panel. So I'm going to select this file and then drag it onto the stage area. Then it will upload, and once it's been uploaded, it will appear. You can do the same for the Library panel. And there it is. The Page tabs can be used for editing multiple pages at a time. When you open multiple pages, you'll be able to switch between the pages and even copy objects from one page to another. The asterisk on the right hand side of the page's name indicates that the page has unsaved changes. Pages can be closed by clicking on the cross on the right hand side of each tab. The status bar displays the current zoom level and the page weight indicator. The current zoom level can be changed by using the Zoom to Fit feature, and the Zoom to Actual feature allows you to zoom the page to its actual size. The current zoom level can be changed by using the Smart property, and the page weight indicator is a feature that indicates the complexity of a page for browsers. When the page weight is low, it takes relatively little effort for a browser to handle the page, and when the page weight is high, it takes more effort for the browser to handle the page. This concludes the video tutorial on how to use Barisco's editor user interface. Please also watch our other video tutorials on barisco.com/tutorials. Thank you for watching.